Hello, my fellow air signs, and welcome. My name is Alyssa, and this is my New Direction channel. So, this is a general reading for collective air signs Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. If you have, if you are one of those three as your sun sign or your moon sign, whatever sign, if you're just feeling drawn maybe to, if you're feeling drawn to this video, then trust that you might find something in it for you. Remember, it is a general reading, so do not try to make things fit that don't fit. A couple housekeeping rules. I do swear a little bit. If shit is a swear word for you, not a video for you. My kids are home, so I have girls that are outside playing still as the sun is still up and they are still enjoying this last little bit of sunshine. So if they pop in, please do excuse me. And what else? Oh, yes. So one of the biggest things that I like to clarify is that our religious backgrounds on spiritual journeys do not always have to line up to be able to communicate about spiritual journeys. Okay, so I am a believer. I will oftentimes refer to my higher power or my divine as the Lord, and that is fine. That is, who that is for you, and it's fine if it's not. I am not here to preach that down your throat, so, please don't think that that is what I'm here to do. That is just who I am referring to. But as I said, our religious beliefs don't necessarily have to line up to be able to support each other spiritually on spiritual paths. Okay? All right. So I have already shuffled and pulled the Oracle deck. It just kind of saves some time as far as that goes. So the first Oracle deck that I pulled from was the Energy Oracle deck. And you pulled 3 cards for that. So the 3 cards that were pulled for that was the 4th chakra. This is your heart chakra, okay? The Door to Value, and Rest and Rejuvenation. And on the bottom of that deck was the Goddess of the Moon, followed by the Journey card. That's pretty cool. So the Goddess of the Moon and the Journey card, this Oracle deck is the overall themes of this week's reading. With the Goddess of the Moon and that Journey card at the bottom, those are very much divine, intuitive kind of cards. The Journey card is all about your journey in life, okay? Your destined journey, your purpose, your path. And then the Goddess of the Moon, she is a very intuitive being, okay? She's a she in this picture, but that doesn't mean that you have to be a she to be intuitive by any means, okay? There's no gender specifics in these videos, so don't get hung up on that. Okay, but the Goddess of the Moon, she is just somebody who really trusts in spirit, okay? She trusts in her connection. She's intuitive. She knows that within the shadows, spirit is always working and creating, and she doesn't always need to see what's going on to trust that it's going on, okay? So the 4th chakra, as overall energies for this week, the 4th chakra is all about the things that we love, okay? The passion, the things that truly spark our heart's calling, okay? Truly spark our heart's purpose, like truly just that passion of love, okay? And with the Door to Value behind that, this is very much, to me, the things in life, that you love, that bring you value and that bring you that fulfilling abundance in life, and more so than just on an emotional level, right? This door to value, I mean, look at it. It's opening up the doors and there's like that golden city back there, but look at all the money pouring out of it, right? There's money and there's beautiful flowers and there's coins and stuff all outside the door, okay? Sometimes we are fortunate to be able to follow the, I say sometimes because I think only sometimes some of us are actually brave enough to follow what it is that our hearts truly want in life to make that money. And sometimes that's because, what we want maybe necessarily isn't going to pay the bills or the life that we still want to have, okay? I mean, That's just, that's just the way it is. I would love to do this full time, right? And my heart truly loves it, but in order to pay my bills, that's not exactly possible, right? Like I still have to, I still have to, obviously, make means in another way, in another form. But I think what this is saying is overall, for the energies of the week, it is that following your heart here, there is that door to value. And this rest and rejuvenation at the end, maybe you don't know what that is yet, and maybe it's just taking some time to sit with it. Sit with the idea and let it grow. Okay? Sit with it and, and kind of allow these two people to kind of become one. This goddess of the moon and that rest and rejuvenation, right? I am fighting off a cold right now. It is literally trying to rock my body, and I am just like, no. I got lots of sunshine today, so that was perfect. Okay, so the energies, I'm kind of going to leave it at there for the overall energies, or the overall theme for the week. The overall energies that you're being asked to embrace, I pulled from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck here, and you pulled 4 actually, and I wasn't going to keep them all, but I really liked how they all played together. So the Frog Spirit was the first one, and it's clear out the clutter. And then you had the Peacock Spirit, which was let it shine. And then the Whale Spirit, trust the great mystery. And then the Skunk Spirit, know your worth. So the way that these ones all played out to me, this Frog Spirit, clear out the clutter, that is all about, as much as it can be clearing out the actual 3D things in your home, like, yes, literally going and clearing out your space. It's springtime. Declutter. Get rid of shit that doesn't need to be, had. We can all use that. But the Frog Spirit's also talking about clearing out negative energies. Okay, clearing out things that you're just holding on to. Even relationships that, obviously aren't going anywhere, like, a husband and wife or something. Not that that relationship is garbage, but even within those relationships, you still need to clear out and refreshen. Okay, there is a huge importance in sweeping out the energies and the stuff that isn't serving you in those relationships. Okay, the Let It Shine, the Peacock. The explanation in the book, I think the first line of it is something like, how are you shaking your tail feathers, or something like that, right? Like, how are you expressing yourselves right now? And that's what this is all about. It's all about feeling that that empowerment, feeling that light, feeling that shining within you to go out and just be like, yes, this is how awesome I am. Like peacocks, like, they are so proud of their beauty, so proud of the things that, they are. And this is really what this is saying, is be proud of who you are. Let that shine, and that goes in so many ways. Like, that's just beyond, having nice hair and a cute butt, right? Like, let who you truly are shine, inspire others, to get up there and shake their tail feathers along there with you by just being your true authentic self. Okay. The brighter you shine and the more you are radiating love and self-expression, you gatewayed and lead other people to be able to do the same. Okay. Trust the great mystery, the Whale Spirit. Now, I love this card because this card is all about, whales are here from the beginning of time. They literally know it all, okay? They've seen it all. They've been here through it all. They are just such wise creatures. And in this deck, they are just that, okay? This is about trusting and not needing to know the answers of the great mystery, okay? This is about having intuition and just knowing that it will be, okay? Knowing that you are co-creating with spirit and trusting that you don't always need to know the answers, because there is a lot in life that we are just asked to trust, okay? Just trust me. Put your faith in the Lord and just trust, or whoever that is to you, okay? And the Whale Spirit is saying that. It's saying, don't worry about it. Just trust it. And don't try to, some things are just a mystery. You know, some things don't need to be, some things you're never going to find the answer for. Some things are just trusting. Okay? And the skunk, know your worth, right? That's a huge one, especially right now. Being a fellow air sign, you know, I get this. I get this one very much. Know your worth. Know that who you are, the way God made you, it was the way you were intended to be. Okay? All those things that you think are flaws and you think are, why would I be this way? Why is this the way I am? Because that's who you are meant to be. Trust that who you are meant to be is the beautiful, you know, there, just because maybe we don't always see it every day. Trust it. We all need to trust that nobody is made by, you know, we're all beautifully and like magically made. Nobody is here by chance. Nobody is a mistake. Nothing is a mistake. The spirit turtle was at the end of, was at the bottom of that deck. And that one is slow and steady wins the race. You know, and I think right now, I mean, I know I'm not the only one, but I'm definitely, the girls are, sorry, my girls are just walking in from being out and feeding their ponies. Anyway, just hang up your stuff. Please make sure your dirty boots stay on the mat. But anyway, the turtle spirit, so the slow and steady, I mean, with spring in the air, I know that there is just, you know, a lot of us right now are just feeling like so rushed to get things going and moving. And I think we need to remember that God's time, okay? God's time, God's speed. It's not always going to go lightning fast, okay? All right. So those are the oracles for the week. We are going to get into the tarot aspect of this. So I'm going to use the Light Seers. That is going to be the first deck that we pull from here. Okay. Oh geez. Guys, we're going to have to breathe this one out too. All right. My fellow, the fire signs earlier, they're, breathe. Okay, take some big deep breaths, air signs. Start way deep down in the bottom and let it all out. Thank you. Couple more big ones. There is a lot of jammed up energy going on lately. Holy smokes. The fire sign reading yesterday, their cards were all jammed up too. Just keep breathing it out, guys. Breathing it out. I get it. There is a lot of that going on. I have been doing that myself probably more often than not right now. Okay. All right. Current energies for the collective air signs for the week of March the 8th. Current energies, spirit. Current energies. Oh, thank you. Okay. Here's challenges. Collective air signs. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. All right. So at the bottom, oh sweet. Oh, at the bottom of the deck, 4 of Wands. Hallelujah. Completion. And excited completion, good completion. I'm going to try to sit in that light. I'll readjust myself. Okay. Yes, this is celebrating. Okay, this can be celebrating with people. This can be just, you know, completion of a situation that is just, you are so thankful and so happy to be there. The Knight of Swords, was behind that, and the Hierophant behind that, and the Ace of Swords behind that. Okay, this completion, you know, you might not be here yet. Okay, this maybe has not arrived, this completion and this celebration. Okay, you are still in the process by this Knight of Swords kind of behind that, and then the Hierophant and the Ace of Swords. Okay, I love the Ace of Swords in this deck. Okay, that new inspired idea. Okay, so maybe what you are coming to has not fully come yet. Okay, maybe this Four of Wands, you are still working at it. Spirit is still guiding you towards this completion and this Four of Wands, which would make complete sense because in the current energies for this week, the first card up was the Six of Swords. Okay, and it was followed by the Hermit, and then the Two of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. This is the current energies that, we collective air signs could be feeling this week. Okay, so the Six of Swords to me, it's a passageway, guys. Okay, so there is a lot going on. I mean, you have the full moon this week. The retrograde ends this week. Friday the 13th is this week. Okay, there is just a lot astrologically that is going on right now that, you know, it's causing a lot of cycles to end. Okay, it's causing a lot of uncomfortableness, I think, and that is very much what the Six of Swords is. Okay, it's a passageway from one stage to the next. And sometimes those are really tough passageways, okay? Sometimes they're just really uncomfortable. But these crows here are spirit, and they are guiding you. They are tugging you along, pulling you in the direction that you need to go. Okay? And even when it doesn't feel like that, this hermit mode, okay, following this little personal trail all the way up to their own, personal little cliff here, just to sit with themselves. Sit with themselves in spirit, because sometimes in that uncomfortable passageways, sometimes moving forward, okay, it's just exhausting. And not even necessarily exhausting, but it's noisy at times. And at times, taking yourself and removing yourself away from the noise just to sit with yourself for a while, yourself in spirit, is exactly what needs to be done. By making sure that you stay out of, all of the hustle and the bustle, maybe just the commotion of the situation itself. Okay, maybe there's something going on, in a work situation or a romantic situation, right? And things are just kind of noisy. Okay, there's a lot of commotion going on. Maybe some good commotion, maybe not so good commotion. Okay, but the Hermit is just saying, just sit with yourself for a while. Sit with yourself and just allow things to kind of play out for a while. The Two of Swords. I mean, it's talking about blockages. It's not really knowing which way to go. Okay, the Two of Swords is about there just being a blindfold to being able to see where you want to go from here. Okay, and the Nine of Wands, like standing behind that blockages. This is a girl who's come full circle. Like the Nine of Wands is about standing and knowing your own worth. Okay, it's not about, this girl's not guessing her own worth. She's standing here with this torch, this giant staff of her life that is on fire, and she is holding it like solid. Okay, like look at the planes that she's crossed. Okay, this is not something like, this girl isn't just here by chance or by whim. No, she's here because she was determined to make it here. Okay, she was determined to work her way through this Six of Swords. She was determined to figure out what her blockage was because she knew where she wanted to end up. Okay? And I know more than one really cool Libra who right now is feeling very much like that. Okay? There's this passageway of just working through things. Okay? Sitting with yourself, being quiet with yourself. Still maybe not necessarily knowing, okay, what these blockages are, because sometimes that just happens. But trusting that at the end of all this, where you're getting to is this Nine of Wands. Trusting that through this process, this whole process, that is what you're working towards. Is that solid Nine of Wands. Because that's where you want to be, right? That's where you want to be. Who doesn't want to be this kick-ass girl? I do. I know I do. So the fears, the obstacles, challenges that could be facing this week, okay? The Queen of Pentacles came out. This is about intuitively knowing your worth. It's about knowing and feeling grounded, connected to spirit, connected to the earth, connected to your actual physical world. Okay, the things that you can manifest, the things that you can create, the abundance that you create in your life, okay? That is what the Queen of Pentacles is all about, and she's solid in it, okay? Look at her blue eyeshadow here. Her eyes are closed, but she's wearing blue eyeshadow. Blue is very, like, intuitive, insightful, almost, is how I very much see that, okay? And her eyes are closed, and she's got that blue eyeshadow on there because though her eyes are closed, she knows that what she is manifesting behind those closed eyes with spirit is still what she wants. Okay, she's solid enough. This Queen of Pentacles is solid enough to sit there with herself and just be like, yeah, no, I'm good. Spirit and I are co-creating this. And I know that what is being manifested is going to fulfill me. I trust that. Okay? Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a challenge. Yeah, I know that personally. Very challenging. Yep. To be that solid and grounded and confident day in and day out, that takes one hell of a, that takes commitment. That takes commitment to you. Okay, that takes commitment to yourself to be able to show up every day and be that solid Queen of Pentacles for yourself. Of course that's a challenge. Of course that's an obstacle. But that is something that Spirit is saying you need to pay attention to this. Okay? You need to pay attention to this. You need to remember that this Queen of Pentacles, this solid woman, she's trusting me. She's trusting me that we are working this out together. And that's what Spirit's saying, that's what I need you to be. I need you to be trusting. I need you to trust me like the Queen of Pentacles. Don't fear me, trust me. And the Six of Wands, that came out after too. Another fear, obstacle, challenge that, the collective air sign could be facing this week. Feeling the recognition, feeling that others maybe see that worth that you are, okay? Knowing and that doesn't actually even have to necessarily be, feeling that from others. That can be feeling it from yourself, okay? Feeling confident in this Queen of Pentacles that you're trying to be, okay? Feeling confident in knowing that who you are manifesting in your life, is really who you're supposed to be. Okay, that can be a scary thing. And the Eight of Cups. Walk away. Walk away from this stuff down here. The Eight of Cups is about releasing the things that don't serve you by setting it free and walking away to the sunshine that's up here. Okay? Also, other scary big challenge of the week, right? Embracing the fact that you can just sit here and trust Spirit and know that what is meant for you is coming. Feeling your own worth, knowing your own worth, praising yourself for your own worth, okay? Whether or not people are going to or not, step one starts with you, okay? And walking away from things that aren't serving you, that can be mindsets. They can be mindsets, that can be people, that can be a whole list of things, okay? All right, so let us ask the Wild Unknown Tarot for some unknown factors that could be at play this week. Spirit, what are some unknown factors that could be at play for the collective air sign this week? Collective bigger side. Unknown factors for the week of March the 8th. Thank you. Okay. So the devil, the high priestess, the tower, daughter of cups, 8 of swords, and the 8 of cups, and the 4 of pentacles on the bottom for unknown factors at play this week. Well, that's a few. Okay, so the devil is all about attachments. And the devil can be about, addictions, addictive thought patterns, addictive behaviors, whether that's a substance abuse or, or just not even taking care of yourself properly. Okay, maybe it's not a substance abuse issue, or maybe it's not even a drinking issue, right? But maybe it's just not eating properly. Okay, maybe it's not caring enough about, yourself. Okay, maybe it's the attachment to a negative lifestyle. Okay, whatever it is. There are things in everybody's life, that have some form of attachment to us, or that cause some form of attachment for us to be able to let go of those things. The high priestess with the tower behind that. The high priestess is very much about intuition. The high priestess she is a very wise, intuitive person. Again, she's kind of like that goddess of the moon, right? She trusts spirit. Her intuition is what guides her and leads her in her life. And this tower moment, these two often together is what I heard a reader call one time as a walking tower moment. And I have freaking loved them ever since. If I can nail a walking tower moment, I want one. If I have a walking tower moment in my day, I want one. And I will explain to you why. Because the tower, as much as it is things crumbling, and it can be relationships, it can be romantic relationships, it can be workplace relationships, it can be life situations, it can be whatever. But this is also about aha moments. And I really find oftentimes when these two come together, it is the crumbling of how you were thinking before. And oftentimes, the way you were thinking before, if it needs to come down, it's because it wasn't very healthy. Okay, there was something in those thought patterns that wasn't serving you. And as these two come out together, this to me is very much like that clarity in your intuition, where you're all of a sudden that light bulb's going to go off in your head and you're going to be like, oh, yeah, I get it. Okay, all right. That Page of Cups, that again this is about feeling joy and enthusiasm in life. Okay, oftentimes, especially when you can be dealing with this devil card, right? You have this devil card that comes out, and it's about these attachments. It's about the things in your life that's holding you back. Okay, like look at this goat. It's got its feet are on fire because it's so freaking stubborn that it won't move its feet. It's stuck where it is. Okay, especially in this one. Its feet are on fire because of how stubborn it is. But this high priestess in this tower, this clarity moment that's coming in. Okay? Hala, yeah. With the Page of Cups, just be joyful. Okay? Allow for those processes to happen for sure. Allow for that learning lesson. Allow for that stubbornness to, ease to the side and that clarity to come through. And then bring enthusiasm to it. Okay, don't get so hung up on all of these big things that you have to do that you forget to be enthusiastic about life. It's so boring if you just are so focused on that, well, this has to be done. This is, this has to be the way I do this. No, Now, nothing's black and white, nothing's written in stone. Free will was given to you. So if it's not making you happy doing it one way, switch it up, okay? Be creative, be imaginative. Like, find something that makes you happy. Go through the actions doing things that make you happy. The Eight of Swords. Feeling trapped. Feeling so trapped and stuck in your situation that you don't see a way out. That there isn't that clarity. There isn't that, oh, well, this is the way I need to go. Okay? The Eight of Swords is very suffocating. Like, look, this poor butterfly is afraid to open it and come out of its chrysalis because it's afraid it's going to damage its poor, beautiful little wings the moment it comes out. Okay? That's not the case. This butterfly is not trapped. This butterfly can come out of there very easily, climb up to the top of that sword and fly away. Spirit wants you to know and trust that the wings you are given are meant for you to fly. If Spirit has given you the wings, it's because you were meant to use them. They're not just meant to sit there and look pretty. Okay? Trust that. Trust that. And the Eight of Cups behind that. Sometimes cups get spilled. Sometimes things in life happen and it's just, there's smashed cups all on the ground and you have to walk away from them. Sometimes in life, things just have to be let go. And if it's because you've been feeling trapped in this situation, yes, let it go. There's nothing serving you there. There's no... If you are feeling that where you belong is not serving your purpose and you cannot open your wings and spread them and fly, then it's time for you to move on from there. It's time for you to pack up your bags and not stay there. Whether that is an actual place, an actual situation with people, maybe that is just a way you've been thinking. Okay? Maybe the way that you have been thinking about yourself and the way that you treat yourself and the way that you go about things just has been unhealthy and not serving you. Maybe you are the one poking your own swords at yourself, dashing your own butterfly wings. Okay? Knock it off. If that is the case, if that is you, please stop. The Four of Pentacles was at the bottom of that deck. That's knowing your own worth. Okay? Not being too tightly bound to the materialistic things in life, but also knowing your own worth. And the Empress was behind that, trusting, and then the Judgment. Of course. Oh, yeah. And then the Three of Cups, and then the Sunshine. Oh, my gosh. Trust it. Trust it. Know your worth. Step into your Empress power. See this moon up here? This moon is up here to remind you that Spirit is working in the shadows. Spirit is co-creating things with you. As the Empress, you have the fertility and the ability to create whatever the heck you want. You do. That is the beauty of the Empress. Being a fertile tree who can spread branches and roots in any direction that she wants to go. Okay? And the moon in this card, Spirit is working with you. Even in the shadows, the Empress trusts that. Even when the Empress cannot see all that is happening, the Empress knows. She just does. She trusts it. And the Judgment behind there. Maybe you don't believe in a divine purpose. Maybe you don't believe that, we all have this destiny, and that's fine. But I do believe that we all feel that there is that need for that peace. This is what I've been searching for my life. And that Judgment is really saying that. Okay? That Judgment is that peace. That Judgment is that clarity to it all. Okay? Trust Spirit. Trust Spirit. Know your worth. Co-create with Spirit. Allow yourself to be open to co-create with Spirit. That is a huge, huge one. I think sometimes we get so caught up and focused in thinking that, that we have this big list of things that has to be done and this is the way that they have to be done. And we forget, I think sometimes, that our list of things that we want, our manifestation list maybe is a better way to put that. It's not here, Lord, it's not a grocery list. Okay? It's not a list that you just hand over to the Lord and you're like, this is what I need. This is what I need and this is how I want it to go. And I don't want the grapes with seeds. Okay? No, that's not how it goes. It goes in opening yourself up, being true and honest with yourself so that you truly know what it is you want on the inside. And that, again, is not like a new pair of shoes or stuff like that, but like the life form, the life that you want, the human being that you want, the emotions, the compassion, okay? The abundance that you want in life. It's those things. It's going to the Lord or the higher whoever and being like, this is what I want from my life. This is what I want to co-create with you. I want this abundance so that I can, better myself and better others, better the world, better blah, 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 blah. Okay? That did not work. Ooh, I need to tell myself to breathe today. Sometimes that happens. Okay? Sometimes even the people who, even when you're feeling like, yep, I'm really crushing it. I'm really owning my own soul journey right now and things are really going well for me, Sometimes we have moments through the day, maybe it's the whole day itself, but sometimes it is very important just to reconnect with the Lord, your higher spirit, higher whatever, and open up your eyes again, open up your, just open up, what am I trying to say there? It's about never mind. I got lost there. I had something really good and then I got distracted. That happens sometimes. Advice for the collective air signs. Oh my goodness. Oh, advice for the collective air signs. Advice for the collective air signs for March the 8th. March the 8th. Thank you. Hierophant and the 10 of air. 10 of fire. Sun is on the bottom. Sweet. The sun. The 9 of pentacles. Oh, and 6 of water behind that. And the journey card again. The judgment. That's twice. These paths that we are on right now, some of us, they're going to be massive paths. Okay, some of them, they are actually going to be huge steps in our lives right now. Okay, workplace, relationships, commitment, the list goes on. Okay, some of us, they are going to start out as smaller personal steps. And when you complete those smaller personal steps, they ripple into the bigger effects of our lives. The advice that Spirit has given you this week is the Hierophant. The connection, okay? The need to connect to something higher. I know, I'm not going to say I don't care, but who your religious belief is to at the end of this is that is your own individual indecision or decision, and I'm not going to preach to you about who that needs to be. But connect. Connect to a higher power. Okay? Release what is holding you feeling trapped to that higher power. Release your fears. Release your fears. Release the shit that is holding you tightly and binding you and making you feel trapped like that 8 of Swords. Okay? Whatever it is, release it to the higher power. Release those fears. 10 of fire. Like the 10 of swords and the 10 of air and the 10 of fire. 10 of swords and 10 of wands. Seriously, release it. These are ends of cycles. 10s are ends, 10s are completion. Okay? The 10 of swords, you are literally cutting the shit out that is not going to serve you. And whatever didn't get cut, it's going to then be burnt. Okay? This is about the burdens and the things in the life that just aren't serving you. This is about knowing your self-worth, knowing the things that don't serve you, and removing those from your lives. Because they don't belong there. If they are burdening you and pulling you back down into darkness, they don't belong in your circle. They don't belong in your life. So get rid of them. Get rid of it. It's not needed. Please. The sun is at the bottom of that deck. There is happiness and sunshine here. If fear is what's holding you on to keeping all of this shit in your life, then you just need to let that go. Find a higher power. Find a higher purpose. Find something greater than you to put your faith in. Please. Because the sunshine and that 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles is about self-abundance. Okay? It's about having and knowing that everything is in your life is designed and destined just for you. It's about being so stinking fulfilled within your own presence, within your own being, within your own life. As a solo individual, you know, that's important. You need to feel whole as you before you can ever start feeling whole for other people. And I don't know if that's an actual thing. I don't think you can actually feel whole for other people, but you can give more to other people. You can help lead the pathways to other people, like that peacock spirit was saying, right? Shake your tail feathers so that other people have the confidence to come up and shake their tail feathers with you. Right? Yes. Okay. You're going to ask in the angel cards. I missed the angels in the fire sign reading. They did not get angel messages. Oh, I can literally feel my chest just tightening up tonight. My nose is getting stuffy. Counselor. You are a natural counselor. Many people benefit from your guidance and your reassurance. Thank you, angels. How's your counselor? And then you got the Archangel Ariel. Be courageous. Stand up for your beliefs. Isn't she kick-ass? Oh. And the last one was life review. Take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. Okay, if there's other Libras out here, if you have something unbalanced in your life, I know it's probably bugging the crap out of you. Okay? Take some time. Take some time to heal. Take some time to rebalance yourself. I think in life that is important and a necessary thing to do regularly. Okay? Throughout our days is rebalancing. And maybe not necessarily throughout the day all the time, but definitely throughout periods. Okay, it's important to reground yourself. It's important to do that inventory and find in your life where it is that you are wasting energies that don't need to be wasted. Okay? All right, we are going to get a message here on the Untethered deck. What is it that you have to say? last message you would like to leave the collective? Okay. The purpose of spiritual evolution is to remove the blockages that cause you fear. The purpose to spiritual evolution is to remove the blockages that cause you fear. Well, if that ain't a more truer statement, I don't know what is. True personal growth is about transcending the part of you that is not okay and needs protection. That was at the bottom of the deck. Wow. Oh, air signs. There is just so much growing and personal. There's just so much growing and personal enlightenment that is happening in a lot of lives right now. I know it's not just happening in my life, and I know it's not just happening in, you know, the beautiful friends that I surround myself with. I know that it is happening on a greater scale, a grander scheme of things. And I really think that has a lot to do with, you know, where our universe is as a whole right now. But I think for those who are actually awakening themselves up to this enlightenment, the ones who are actually acknowledging the parts of them that are needing to be addressed, okay, the parts of them that are blocked, the parts of them that are afraid. I think for those of us that are willing to actually face that head on, we open, you know, we are allowing for our lives to change. We are allowing for spirit to come in and co-create and manifest in a different way than we have before. And that's a beautiful thing. Okay? When we can open ourselves up and spread the wings that we were given to fly, great things happen. Okay, that is it. Until next time, my beautiful fellow air signs. Take care. Bye now.